rifts are gone. Keep this up or we'll fix all the rifts. You were there, moment every time.
Though if you only get... No, if you only... I was going to say, weren't you the, like, one that was evil 5 minutes ago? Oh, sure.
I am laughing. It's a firewall, pardon me, but could you tell me where we are? Zelda! Ferris Tree Man, I didn't recognize you in the cloak. Why are you wearing that? Fellow to save you from the bees, and now you're facing much danger. Must confess, I'm surprised to hear of your abilities. If you're going to try, accomplish this, well, yeah, I'm coming to you the whole time. Thank you so much. You can see me? Who could miss you? You're floating right there, aren't you, precious? I thought only Zelda could see me. Oh, Lady Emma couldn't see you. How odd.
Yeah, that kind of sauce.
Oddities aside, I'm worried about His Majesty and the General need to make a plan. So much to consider. Let's head for the location. Getting ahead of myself, would you mind showing me your map? If I recall correctly. Lady Emma, brother lives, makes sense. Lead the way.
Oh. If,
Other no, because... Yeah, okay, yeah, the game,
You're called in plot for 5 minutes.
I was going to make a note, because people get confused because of these weird things. When you beat a dungeon, if you go back to it, you can re-enter it. You just need the plot to not be screaming at you.
I do wonder how many triangles you are going to get by the end of this game, because if the game only gives you those through dungeons, that means by the end you're probably going to only, like, if there are, 8 dungeons, you sort of was 3. That would make 11.
Right here, princess.
If there are 8 dungeons and you only get them from dungeons, that would be 11.
I think you can get them other ways. This is a blind run. I only had a couple of basics just to understand the game a little bit more. Yeah. Sir, name is Lav. Lady M is my colleague, and who is it? I'm a very busy man. No time for chattering. I'll get. Apologize for the unannounced visit, but please, it'll only be a moment. No, I'm about to leave. Come back later. If you could just hear us out. I said no. I've got to save Link. Hang on now. That's Link's cloak. So why do you have it? Did you see him? Well,
that's Link's cloak, but it has the scent of woman. I didn't know Link
what?
got laid.
Tell me everything. Tell me about the ribs and anything you know about the swordsman. Understand. Thanks for the explanation. Gotta go through it. Yeah, finally got through it, Yeah, that's fun.
Fun in this game, lazy in others.
What is the floaty thing? You can see me too? That's strange. Zelda's always been able to, but not both of you can see as well. Telling me the only ones who can see you. They were stuck in the rifts. So it's fascinating, and might I add, adorable creature. Back to the matter at hand. What is it that you and I have in common? Both ended up in the rifts. Seems the rifts change people somehow. Guess I should introduce myself. Blueberry.
I do feel like I've been floating in jelly for the past several hours.
I made his weapon, the Sword of Might. Mr. Blueberry, why'd you make him a sword? Remember the big nasty blue fella who captured you? The sword was for taking him out.
The better question is, why isn't it the Master Sword?
Spent my time researching Hyrule's history and its rifts for ages now. Rifts have appeared and folks end up in them. Unfortunately, it'd be pulled into a rift branch without a trace. After which townsfolk would say they've been stolen away. Anyhow, Link made it his mission to fight the monster that came crawling out of the rifts. Tried to prevent folks from going missing and helping. Yeah, damn it. Made him a sword. One effective against the rift monsters. Sword of Might, Princess's Wieldings, the very one I hope will be of use to Link. We was helping out with the rifts as well. Plenty of monsters came out of the rifts, but that blue one was particularly powerful. Got a hunch if we take him out, it'll fix the whole people disappearing business. Princess, you share that Link managed to take the blue guy out, yet the rifts keep coming. Clearly we're missing something. The rift in the forest is gone, but Link's not back. Need more information. I may have something useful. I was taken by the rift in Hyrule Castle. It felt like I was flown somewhere far away. The rift I was pulled into was at Hyrule Castle. Princess Zelda found me in the forest. So how did I end up over there? Rifts don't follow the same rules as your world. Things connect differently inside them.
These rifts are a creature of
Chaos. They may take many incarnations, which might be a part of it. Friend mentions something about oversized rifts in other eras. Might end up finding the king and other missing people for our rifts. Hold on. Trying to come back. So maybe Link somewhere else then. Hey Zelda. Gonna fly up high and look for some of the other big rifts. Yep.
Hey, while you're up there...
I think I found some.
Hey, while you're up there, could you fill in the rest
father
of...
and the others might be, but finding the big rift we can explore.
While you're up there, could you fill in the rest of the map for us?
Okay.
So I...
Mark them on the map, Zelda.
Yeah, so because there are two...
Fix the rift, be able to save your father and the others. Let's get to work.
I assume that would mean that you could choose the...
You can generally go wherever, but this game does seem to limit you a little bit more based on plot.
Well, if it's going to function... like,
must insist you refrain from going to any more rifts. It's far too dangerous.
If because it's...
Up to her to decide, Minister. I mean, she's the only one capable of mending the rifts.
If
Time
it's...
across the Hyrule, I have to play our part.
If it's like A Link to the Past, it would be the game gives you dungeons and chunks.
Urge you to go with try. Yeah. All the ones you can fix and save people who go missing. Here, help me investigate the rifts. Play support for the princess. Of course. Investigations are my specialty. Rifts marked by Try or Gerudo Desert. And Choba Waters. Let me know if you require further information. Find General Wright and Link. Almost forgot. So what you got there? Pretty sure I can make it more powerful than it is. Have to do more research. Talk to me later. Yes. Yes, he can. He can do two things. He can upgrade your magic meter and damage. Though a lot of people said upgrade magic meter first because like you can have all the damage in the world, but if it's 30 seconds, it's kind of booty. Yeah.
I get what you're trying to say, but DT Burst.
Damn it, Carson.
You can clear out an entire room of minor enemies.
Link may go to use the sword. Yeah.
Those basic the basic enemies in Devil May Cry 3 that are the scythe-wielding
Look at
ones.
the sword, seems like it lost some of its powers.
If you have a fully charged DT burst, those enemies just die.
Give it a try. I have 5 crystals.
I would say...
My energy.
Yeah. Make it last longer, especially if you're going to sort of kind of need to use the sword form at points now.
You never need it.
Well, you say you never need it, but, like, I feel like the game's going to...
Okay, no, you... Goddamn it, I can't talk. Because of the open-ended nature of this game, you are never required to technically use anything.
The most you...
But, because they don't know what you do or don't have, if they feel like you need the sword...
The first dungeon, you had to do that cutting the, like, rift stuff.
Yeah, but there was magic around.
It's just always convenient to have more, so you don't have to sit there grinding magic.
Play a little bit longer. I got the hype. John wasn't interested in this game. Oh my god. Oh, it's an ugly ass wanted poster. Sean wasn't interested in this game, which...
Okay, I'm noticing that's a that's a trend in a lot of Japanese games or Japanese media, because Tales of Symphonia had the same joke of Lloyd having an ugly...
Ooh, potion time.
Of Lloyd having an
Let's
ugly...
see. Blue potion. Energy recovery. That's good. That's a purple heart. That's a red heart.
Yeah.
Recover hearts and energy. Oh, no. Give me that. Give me that.
Wait.
What?
I thought you only had one bottle. Just get rid of the fairy.
Oh, wait. No. Because it's different. Because you can make smoothies in this game. And the smoothies are basically potions. So I think I could buy all three of those.
So the fairy is basically just going to exist as an auto life?
Yes.
Hmm.
See?
It's one of those, I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm understanding this. Yep. Sweet. Cool. Because you can make smoothies. Works for me. It's a Zelda game, but it's a different kind of Zelda. Throw up.
No, this is the first Zelda game. Everyone has made this joke ever. As soon as this game was announced...
Where?
Big boy.
No, it's the best. Oh, no, I need it. I need that in my life right the fuck now.
Spider versus Snake. If the spider wins, we... the spider won.
Oh my god. Aren't you a dangerous motherfucker?
You have the bigger meter. You can actually use that for 5 minutes. Just...
No. No. Oh, wait. Hold on. I just remembered something.
I was going to say you could move, like... I was going to say you could move either the spider...
Come here, you bastard. And I've just broken the game. I have just broken this game. That spider is dumb. This thing is disgusting.
It takes 3 for a reason.
Because you can do... Damn it. Alright. Because you can grab, if you do the follow, you can use it to climb shit.
Yeah.
And it hits like a truck.
Well, it's a 3, so...
Yes. But, alright. Put him down. Target. I was trying to show the one idea. I mean...
Look at his bloodlust.
I love you, you stupid, stupid spider. Because they crawl, you can use them and break the game. You can get them to crawl up stuff. Spider battle!
I think there's a piece of heart right there.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
You would
right.
need to make like a bed or something. You need to make a platform. Actually, yeah, you have 4, so because you have 4 and it takes 3, you could get that because the bed only took 1. Or the other way you would have to do it would.
Well, I want to... He would.
I was going to say for the crawling thing, try to, I guess, like...
Hold on, it should... I want him to start crawling up walls. Okay, good. Yeah. Follow. Yeah. See? It is a bit unwieldy, but that... Yeah. See what I mean, though? Okay, yeah. these are a bit unwieldy, but they're like really good. Actually, yeah. Okay, hold on. Because if I can get up top, we could use a... Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly enough.
If the spider will cooperate for... Actually, hold on. Okay, no, yeah. Because there's no ceiling, it's fine. Hold on. Put you down. Target you. Damn it. Hold on. Hold on. Put it down. Target. Follow. Yeah. Thanks, bud. That's what I was trying to do.
And that gets us another heart container.
And now I can show the funny. Link, are you there? So many monsters. Hold on, damn it. You can swim, but monsters can't. Bye.
Away he goes.
Monster guts. That is legitimately one of the best ways to win.
Wait, so maybe this game does encourage suboptimal gameplay. Maybe that's why Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and this are popular. It was YouTubers. The game rewards being bad.
You saved me! Heroica, you're not Link. Sorry about that, the hood had me thinking you were somebody else. Please forgive the confusion. Name is Verily. I'm a resident of the, Soothorn Village. Set out to chop grass in my village. Before I knew it, I was chopping my way to the prairie. When I was here, I figured I might as well get rid of the shrubs and make a little plot. That's when the monsters appeared.
You planted grass?
Grass? Wasn't here. You should never be absorbed in your work. Thank you for saving me. Cool. Wing person, yeah, he's a brave swordsman. Been the light to all of us. Rare to see a young person sort of strive to help others. Hope he's doing well. Went into the swordsman, pass a message. His friends in Soothorn Village will be there for him when he comes home. And what I was going, like, the reason that this thing is like, yeah, if you do follow and you get it near a wall, it will just start auto-climbing. So that work on trees. Okay, yeah, I now understand. Okay. Nope, these are the best. Oh.
The Spooter run can begin.
Bill was so big. Putting up wanted posters, but nobody's seen Princess Zelda. Order to save her, no order to capture her. It doesn't really sit right being treated with me, her being treated like some sort of villain. Me too. Yeah, I guess. East, CD villain. You can literally climb walls, and it's the greatest thing in the world. Hot. Okay, yeah, I can grab it. I can follow, which is really funny. Alright, except I need... Alright. Hey, yo, birdie. Oh, damn it. Oh, you hit like a... Truck.
Because it's flying, maybe it would be best to just send a peahen after it. Because, you know, they both fly.
Well, that and I can hold it still and just let... Slides and dies. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, time to bird up.
Basically. Alright. Kill you. It's time for the question of the day. And my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, what is your opinion on the sword fighter form? I thought I would ask, since we reached the point where you can upgrade it. Overall, I'm incredibly conflicted on the sword fighter form because of a few things that they did. I understand it's limited in order to keep the focus on the echoes, but the sword fighter form is incredibly overpowered by design. It has a ton of passive buffs when fighting enemies made by the rifts. This includes all the dungeon bosses. So the game heavily encourages you to use the sword fighter form, even though they obviously designed it with limitations so that you would basically use your echoes, but the game gives you a ton of resources that let you constantly refill your sword fighter energy, meaning you can basically bypass all the limitations that the game implemented to restrict use of the sword fighter form. And that somewhat annoys me because that means you can ignore echoes a lot more than I think you really should be able to. And I feel like the sword fighter form falls apart because of how easily you can basically get energy back, which I'm incredibly conflicted about, because if the game was incredibly stingy, that would annoy me. And I feel like spending my own resources and money to have energy reserves is fine. The problem is how easily you can get these really good energy reserves for basically a very small, negligible cost. So you end up in a situation where you can basically devote so much of your resources to constantly giving you sword fighter energy, which basically removes tons of the limitations of the form, letting you spam the form a lot more than I feel like you should be able to. But at the same time, I do like that you have that option, even if that option is incredibly broken. This is coming from someone that absolutely loves to break a game in half. But my biggest problem with the sword fighter form is the fact that it basically trivializes all of your echoes when it comes to combat. And that absolutely bothers me, since a bulk of your echo use will be combat, but so many of the echoes in the game are a bunch of morons, and half the time the AI does not do what you want it to, and this makes combat incredibly slow and tedious. But the sword fighter form can basically invalidate combat incredibly easily. So if you stockpile a ton of resources to get your sword fighter energy back, you can basically use the sword fighter form in combat and absolutely trivialize more or less all the combat in the game. And that bothers me because that basically creates a huge problem where the central mechanic of the game is essentially awkward and unwieldy at points, but then you have this transformation that basically makes this game more or less a more traditional Zelda game. And because you're in control, that gives you, as the player, a ton of agency. And all of a sudden, all these awkward combat encounters are basically done and over with quickly and efficiently. And all this does is make the system the game was built on seem incredibly bad. Now, obviously, you still need echoes for a lot of puzzle solving, and later on in the game, you can get a decent amount of echoes that are overall pretty good in combat. And if you want to make the combat a little bit easier, just keep spamming Y, because you will constantly summon an echo, and then you'll basically get in a loop where the echo you summon normally ends up attacking, and then you summon it again and it attacks again. So in order to basically make echoes a little bit less weird, if you have a good few echoes that have a decent attack on startup, you can basically spam those echoes and they'll do their first attack constantly every time you summon them, which means you can sort of cheat the combat by effectively calling out an echo, letting it deal damage, and then you call it out again, and it deals damage again, and this effectively makes the echoes no different than a more traditional attack. And then you can leave the echo out if you want it to do a little bit more, because a few of the later echoes, if left alone, have a decent enough attack that they're actually not that bad to be left alone. It's mostly just the earlier echoes and a few other cases where the AI is incredibly stupid. But overall, it still bothers me that the main gimmick of the game can basically be ignored with a secondary gimmick that is far more convenient and reliable, and all that does is make the main gimmick seem worse, and then a lot of people don't even fully engage with the main gimmick of the game, even though I think the main gimmick is fine. It's a little bit flawed, but I do think it's fine. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you'll come back someday. See you later.